Got my cauldron on my back, potions are attached. Shoes are pointy black, got the hat and cat to match.
Can nobody tell me nothing? Nobody tell me nothing. I'm a badass witch riding on my broom. I'm gonna fly till I...
Hi guys, I know I haven't been around in a bit and I got a crap ton of videos to do. But I've seen a lot of discussion with the 28 or the Witches Lent Challenge, and listening to a lot of what's getting said and kind of contemplating on things. And I've seen quite a few videos, and it's really kind of got me to thinking about, even though as witches we don't really necessarily believe in sin unless of course you're like a practicing witch or Christian witch or whatever. To me, whether it's I'm going to have to use the term sin even though I don't, whether it's considered a heavenly virtue or the concept of sin, it's just really gotten me to thinking about, different aspects with positive and negative. And I happened to see a video, and the person demanded that someone else be shunned from the community, since we're talking about pagan and Christian concepts. And it really got me to thinking about what is shunning from the community. What, to me, in my opinion, does that kind of entail? And to me, when you were talking about Christian concepts and pagan concepts, and Christianity and pagans have been having this fight forever. But in my opinion, when you're wanting to shun someone from a particular community, and I don't necessarily mean the witch community, because, I'll get to the witchy community, but because I have my toe in more than one community, and I've seen a lot of things that people should be shunned within their communities for. Victim shaming, I've seen that. I think that's someone who victim shames is someone that should be shunned from a community. Racism, seen some people kind of having some things concerning that, wanting to get certain outfits that represent a certain racist group. Domestic violence or violence against women, because, there was some stuff with that. You want to basically reenact some pretty awful moments within a woman's life where she's being abused. And you want someone to reenact that so you can get your rocks off. I kind of have an issue with. To me, that's an offense that the community should shun instead of giving them attention. And I do feel like this person is just showing their true self, and trying to get their rocks off, and also attention seeking. But whatever community, within the ones that I'm in, the things that I feel are absolutely and completely, totally intolerable. One is bigotry, prejudice, racism, people who go out to purposely harm children, and I'm not saying it's all men that do it, because women do it too. When you're speaking on the witchy community, some people within the path practice animal sacrifice. It's not my thing. I don't do it, but if it's in your path, that's up to you. Bullying, harassment. I don't see, granted, within the witchy community, people feel that if you're disabled or have a disability, you shouldn't be in the community. But I've seen a lot of people be very hateful, and especially in one community in particular, the way disabled people are treated. Again, doing things harmful to children, like kind of giving out the information where someone's children live. I think that's a shunnable offense within the community. But it seems to me that within certain communities, being just berating a disabled person, it's accepted. It's bad for a minute, but then you're going to pull them right back in. Bringing babies that have nothing, just the way that children and family members, not on this platform, and dead people get dragged into stuff within this community, and I mean the YouTube community. I think those are shunnable offenses. And I believe that there's room pretty much in this community for anyone to just, I feel like with, not disrespecting the dead. I think that's another shunnable offense. But I don't have patience or tolerance for bigotry and racism, especially within the LGBTQ community, or mixed people targeting kids of mixed race, and just general hate. I believe those are worthy offenses for being shunned from a community. But one thing that I will honestly say, since we want to talk gatekeeping, and spreading dangerous stuff, like their lady that gave her kid a pendulum and just let the kid go out into the cemetery, and not showing or talking about protections with this child, and not discouraging other kids from going out and doing it. Z and I are going to agree to disagree on that. I love Z to death. and people, let's face it, the paranormal community, some people within the paranormal community are getting are getting outright dangerous when it comes to, and helping to spread misinformation when it comes to the witchy community. And that's another thing that I kind of have a problem with. But since we're going to talk about, we're talking about, Christian concepts, and I'm going to do another video, a couple other videos here in a minute. But to me, and I'm going to say this just one time, and I know I'm going to get total shit for it. You want to talk about Christian concepts and all of this. Well, you know what? Shunning, and no offense to the LG, I don't know the correct term, so I'm going to be very sensitive. Whether you're, I don't know all the terms, so forgive me. But because of their sexual preference or sexual identity, shunning them, wanting them shunned for that, and putting hate down on them for that, that to me is an offense that is worthy of being shunned within the community. We have enough going on without that type of stuff going on within our community. And I am of the belief that even though witchcraft is a practice within paganism, to me, religion and politics do not mix. They never have, and they never will. You can have your political beliefs. That's totally fine. You have at that. But you should never mix religion and politics. And to say that someone is of a particular political persuasion because of the path that they practice is totally wrong. Because we have enough of these idiots spreading all this kind of misinformation anyway. But if you want your politics, cool, you have your politics. But you shouldn't mix them with religion. It's never gone good without world history. And just because you don't agree with someone, you shouldn't make assumptions about their particular political persuasion. I am neither Republican nor Democrat. I feel that you can't trust a politician as far as you can. Well, I'm just going to say it this way. I trust any politician, whether they're blue or red, or I don't know what color others, with libertarians or whatever. I trust a politician about as far as I can see with my bad eye. I feel like we got a bad enough time with politicians and then the stuff going on as is. We had an issue with someone who claimed to be a witch who was harming children a few years back, getting pictures and whatnot. Granted, it was for her boyfriend, but she was in on it. That was something that we had to get out of the community. Definitely. And other things that I have seen happen, and we've pretty much done what we need to do to shun them, because that's what the witchy community does. When you screw up, we shun you, instead of doing all this drama, back and forth bullshit that some people want to do to get views and subs and all this and money and all this other stupid shit. And as far as charging people for readings and such like that, more power to them. And I doubt that anyone would be griping about people's merch when it said that they supported disabled witches. So, now that I've said what I've kind of trying to, in a roundabout way, get to, we need to do more shunning, I agree. But it needs to be people that are racist, prejudiced, people that just start fights just to get views and subs and, try to get other people's channels shut down just because they don't like them or they're threatened by their, the level of competition. It all needs to stop. And I'm talking whether you're paranormal, tarot, witch, anybody within the occult community. And to me, paranormal goes within the occult. So those are behaviors that I feel are shunnable offenses, and it's up to a community as a whole to shun someone. But again, shunning someone because of their sexual identity or sexual preference is a Christian concept. So that's all I have to say on that one. So peace, love, and light, guys.